In the past few days, I've had a lot of people that have shown interest in becoming partners with us. As a matter of fact, I've got interviews here in Tennessee today of new wholesalers coming on board with us. We've had like 3 or 4 this month that have joined us, and it's all getting ready for income tax season, and it's totally understandable. But for those of you that inquire about becoming a partner with us, first we want to analyze, are you ready to partner with anyone? Okay. The first thing, people, I want you to understand that any business is a risk. And when you jump into that business, are you going to be risking your lifestyle? Not only your money, but your total lifestyle, things of that. And I revert back to many years ago when I've actually done videos of this, of what I started with. And I want to recap on that. It was $7,000 total cash is what I had in the bank. Now, very important for you to understand this. I had no I had no rent. I had no bills whatsoever. All I had was that $7,000. Now, how was I living? I've told many of you, I was living in a car, okay? Or I had taken a temporary room from an individual at $500 a month that I had no lease on. I could leave anytime that I wanted to leave. So I had no utilities. I had no car payment. All I had was this $7,000 cash in the bank. Much more importantly than the $7,000 cash in the bank, I had an extreme knowledge of the car business. I've been making over 6 figures in the car business since 1978. In 1978, I became a 6-figure income earner from selling cars as a used car or new and used car salesman. So I had an extreme knowledge of the used car business. I made most of my income from used cars, and I liked used cars. So $7,000 and experience. Now, before you even consider jumping into the car business, I'm going to give you 2 things that you have to consider, and that's your lifestyle. Okay? Now, if you have $50,000 worth of liabilities out there, credit card debt, this is not me. I understand it's the truth now, but and you have $10,000 cash, and you owe 50, you have no money. Okay? You have a float there maybe, but you have no real investment capital if you paid your total debt off. Most people don't do that, and I get that. But if you literally have to have a income of $5,000 or $6,000 a month, and you're going to venture off into a business, and you're going to invest the $10,000 cash that you have in that business, even though you know that your lifestyle and you're living off that money that you have in the bank, your lifestyle is going to take $5,000 of that money by the next month when your bills come due. So honestly, sit down and don't ask yourself what it costs us to partner. Ask yourself what it is going to take from you. Like I said, when I first got into business, even though I had tons of experience in the business, I gave up at that particular time. I did have that $500, $550 a month roommate where I rented a room from a gentleman, and I had that $550, but I had the understanding that I could get out of that any time that I wanted to. So when I got the opportunity in the dealership with that $7,000, the first thing I did, people, was move into the dealership. Now that, where I'm at, is against the law. I did it anyway, okay? I slept in the office of that car dealership. And we had no way up to go but up, okay? I wasn't going to be draining. As a matter of fact, when I found, and I've said this again in this video series many years ago, I found a fledgling car dealer. Okay, this was a lady who had backed a boyfriend into the car business. They had split up, and she was in just horrible shape, wanted to get rid of the dealership, and I approached her to buy the dealership, knowing that all I had was $7,000. Fortunately enough, she had no inventory. All she had was the license and the bills. And so I walked in and I told her, this is what I can do. I don't have to live, providing I'm going to partner with you on this dealership. I'll take care of all the bills. Now, the overhead on that dealership that month was about $2,000 per month. Okay, so I had $7,000 cash. The bills were current, so I literally had the next 30 days to earn enough overhead on that business. So what I did was recruited wholesalers to come in to help me share in that lot rent. Within 6 or 8 months at that particular dealership, I had 70 wholesalers that were paying me $400 a month for the privilege of a dealer's license to be able to buy cars and sell cars. Lo and behold, the dealership turns into where I didn't need to sell a car. Now, I did sell cars, but I didn't need to because I was pulling in $28,000 a month from wholesale revenue and processing fees with an overhead of $2,000 a month. So it went from there. It grew from there. It still grows from there. And that's been my livelihood. That's what I do. And that's why I talk to you about having wholesalers. Now, believe me, 70 wholesalers is a lot of wholesalers, and that is a lot of management. So in addition, our overhead did increase because I had to have administrative help in the dealership, but still we made a lot of money. And to boot, I was buying cars and selling them as a wholesaler because that's all I was in the dealership. So now where this is going here, that if you don't have at least $10,000 backed up that you can invest without having to touch that $10,000 to keep your current lifestyle, you're messing up. You don't want to be in any business. Now, I'm going to tell you from the get-go, if you're going to get in business, there's no better business than the car business. This is why Warren Buffett now is buying car dealer groups. Okay? It's well known. There's a lot of lucrative profit in the car business. But if you're not ready, if you don't have a reserve built up that you can pull off of without having to touch your investment capital, you're not ready. Okay? If you do not have the discipline to save enough money of venture capital, if you do not have the discipline or the resources to do that, don't go in business. If you've got to borrow the money to go in business, don't go in business. Okay? If you've got to start making, if it's imperative that you start making money off that business from day one, don't go in business. It's very simple. Do you want to get out of your current job? Maybe so. But your current job is your lifestyle. And if you can't give something 110%, I've seen so many people, believe me, over 7 years now that I've been recruiting wholesalers and bringing them into business, I see that they come into business and they try to keep their part-time job or their full-time jobs and do this part-time. Okay, one day I'm going to give up my full-time job and go into this full-time. Come on. With a commitment like that, you're going to stagger through and maybe make enough money on the side to do this. This is a commitment. Damn it, what is so hard to understand that your success depends upon your commitment? Okay? It's it. That's what success is. That you can have anything you want as long as you don't want more than you can afford. Okay? That's success, being able to afford. People, and on the next few videos that I want to take you on some tours of today, still my lifestyle. Now this is my office, okay? You'll notice around here, there's pool tables, there's dart games, there's TVs around through here. It's a very comfortable office, but it is a business. Where I actually reside is in an RV. The RV that I paid cash for because I don't want any debt. Have no debt. And so unless you're willing, to this very day, do I have a comfortable lifestyle? Most certainly. I have one of the most comfortable lifestyles I can imagine. But you know what? I want to tell you straight up. My son, who is a 50% owner in this business, lives way. I mean, he lives in a $500,000 home. To a lot of you, that's not much, but to me it is. $500,000 home with a heated swimming pool in the backyard. Okay? He drives fancy Corvettes, Lexuses, and everything like this. He lives high on the hog. Me? I don't. I make the same money, but I do not go out here and live that way. I have an 18-foot RV. Why is it 18 foot? Could I afford more? Yes, I could afford more. But if I want to open up a dealership, the primary thing for me is not how I live. It's what I love to do, my passions. My passions are not driving fancy cars. My passions are driving paid-for cars. My passions are opening dealerships. I pull my 18-foot RV to another dealership that I want to open, and I sit there and live in that RV until that dealership is open and making money. I love to make money. I don't care about spending a lot of money. I do spend too much, but it's not on luxuries. What I spend on are necessities and to improve and grow my business. So that is my passion. That's what I do. If I'm opening up a dealership or I'm partnering with somebody, I'm heading out, I'm pulling my RV to the lot that we're going to open up together, and I'm running the son of a bitch. I'm not going to live out somewhere else. I'm not going to have plane tickets home. I'm not driving home every weekend. I am sitting my ass in that RV. Now, there's a weird person inside me. I don't care about relationships. My relationships are with my children and it's with my car dealerships. So for me, there is always no way but up. Okay, I'm not going to give the excuse that I've got to go home and see my wife, or I've got to go home and do this for my wife. I've got to do this. And I'm not knocking marriage, okay? I've loved being married. But I am at a place in my life to where that I have nothing to do but open car lots or run car business or help you open your car lot and run car business. That is my passion. That is what I do. Unless the car business is a passion for you, unless you are ready to take not capital that you've got to keep back for reserve, unless you have shown the discipline that you have got this money laid back to open this dealership, don't even consider opening it by yourself. Don't contact me. I'm not interested in you. I have to be honest with you. If you have nothing and you come to me with nothing, I have no interest in you. I'm interested in you if you have the discipline and you want someone else who has the discipline and the passion. That's my only interest in you. Unless I can help you and unless you're willing to make the sacrifices or you have made the sacrifices, no, don't even consider contacting me. And I don't mean that to be arrogant. That's just the way it is. I'm not going to get involved in a business where I have to pull your debt load out of that business. That's not going to happen to me. May happen to you. Not going to happen to me. Anyway, this video is running too long this morning for me, so I want to thank you for viewing it. If you have reserves, I want to tell you, I am so excited for another year to be in the car business. I can't tell you what this means to me. It is a passion to me. I am so excited to get these damn holidays behind me and get back to the income tax season, the first of the year. Man, we smoke. I look forward to you smoking too. Have a great holiday. See you soon.